How's it going, guys? Long time no see. Did not have a diecast discussion last week. My apologies.
How's it going, guys? Long time no see.
And the volume is good. So yeah, after that 6-hour live stream for Adrian, I was beat. I was not having 109 last week, so. But good to see you guys. Happy to be here. Welcome to Diecast Discussion. I'm your host, Derek, aka Honest Diecast. But collectively, we are all Honest Diecast, striving for a better diecast community. That's about the cars, not the money. We got a super special episode today. Super excited to bring on David from TWYCE Diecast. And it's been long overdue. I mean, we've done 109 of these, and yeah, we're way overdue to have David on. So I'm super excited to have David on today. He just did a live stream with Diecast Media Network, and he was generous to burn the midnight oil and come on here and talk to us. So I'm super excited to talk to him about obscure diecast brands, premium diecast brands. Some people don't know this, but David was responsible for turning me on to Tarmac Works. He sent me my first Tarmac work. Doug Young sent me my first MiniGT. And David, some odd years ago, maybe 2 years ago, sent me my first Tarmac. So it's his fault. But I'm excited to talk to him about this subject because so many of us are so frustrated with Hot Wheels and Mattel in general right now that we want to shed some light and give some perspective on, of course, the dog's going to bark right now. Perfect timing. Shed some perspective, shed some light on collecting premium brand diecast as an alternative. So a lot of us are thinking about going that way. We're going to talk to one of the masters of non-Mattel diecast brands. So I'm super excited. Got a couple of mail calls. One from Adrian, Big A's Diecast. He sent me my auction winning and some stuff that I was not expecting. Has to do with premium brand diecast. So thank you very much, Adrian. I didn't get a chance to thank you, but thank you very much. I'm super excited to go over it with everybody. I love it. I really do. Thank you very much. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Then I got a box from the wizard, Cody Collins, who's in the chat right there. Throwing that out there. Never say he turns on. Just throwing that out there, brother. You might want to rewind that. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Cody, but thanks for being here. But I got your box, cracked it open. He sent me something really awesome. And he sent me a bunch of customs candidates, I guess you can say. So I'm excited to go over that stuff with you. I might even hand these out as giveaway items. I'm not sure. But thank you, Cody. Appreciate you, bud. All right, let's say hello to everybody. We got Adrian saying what's up to Zach. What's up, Adrian? There's Zach right there. It says biggest A. Adrian is the biggest A in the diecast community, but he's not Canadian. Rudy Moons. Hello, Rudy. I know it's probably an awkward time for you. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hope you guys are finding stuff out there. It's still been very slim pickings, but was fortunate enough to find some JKs. I've actually cracked a couple of cases. Have not found the super. No big deal. But got some mainline supers. It's a fabulous case. J-Case is a great case. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. You're going to love it. It's got a little bit for everybody in there. And then I was actually fortunate enough to get to a fresh drop of H at a disappointment. It was like one case, but still, that was pretty cool. And then G, I cracked my first G case just yesterday or 2 days ago. So pretty crazy. It's been really H and J, or not H and J, but G and H have been so hard for me to find. I don't know about you guys, but they've been incredibly hard to find. I have found more J than I have found of G and H, which is crazy, but whatever. PJ, yep. We were just talking about that. Having a hard time finding things lately. It has been tough. It has been tough, to say the least. There's David, Diecast Life and Death. What's up, bud? Just on a side note for Adrian's auction, anybody that won anything from me, I'm still in the process of boxing up. I am hoping to get some of these shipped tomorrow. Just bear with me. I will get your stuff out. And some people did not pay. Everybody that I was expecting to pay paid. Everybody that I wasn't expecting, because I didn't recognize their names, they didn't pay. So one of those things I got that I put up, unless Adrian told me that he paid, I put that up. I put one of my beloved, my favorite super treasure hunt of all time. I put one of those up and it sold, but it never got paid. So it might just be staying in the collection, and I'm totally okay with that. And then again, on another side note for Adrian, he might be holding another auction. So stay tuned. From what I can tell you, I'll let Adrian tell you guys, but we put a pretty big dent in what he needed, but he feels that he needs some more. So he's probably going to hold another auction, get closer to his goal that he wanted to get to. So stay tuned. I'll probably be helping him again. If he wants me to, I'll be happy to. And just stay tuned. There's Sammy. Hi, Sammy. Sammy making moves. He's making moves, baby. I'm just going to say that. He's making moves. He's grabbing attention, finally. TWYCE Diecast. Yep. We might even open something. Who knows? Who knows? There's Aramis Rodriguez. There's a name I haven't seen in a while. He says, "Hey, Wizard, you always cast some weird but powerful spells." Right? There's Susan, Wonder Woman ST. Hello, Susan. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. Yeah. That was a long live stream. It was fun, though. It didn't seem like 6 hours, but afterwards, my buddy was like, "Yeah, you've been sitting at a computer desk for 6 hours, pretty much straight. Pretty much." It was awesome. I'll do it again. Not a problem. Superbird, what's up? No, I did not find the glory hole. I'm still looking. I'm still poking around trying to find the glory hole. I can't find the glory hole. Cannot find it. The one and only G case I did crack, which was yesterday or the day before, didn't even have a gas monkey in it. It had 3 CRXs, but no gas monkeys. It is, Adrian. Yeah, Jay is a very, very nice case. Very nice case. Eddie's still on. What's up, buddy? Still on D&E case. Hope that changes this week. Yeah. I have a feeling. If you got some targets around, you should probably start hitting those pretty hard. What's up, Gary? G has not hit in Michigan. Yeah, I was kind of thinking it didn't hit in Arizona either, but people have been finding some GKs here and there, but very, very little. And if I remember right, last year I think it was the same case. I think it was G, and it was very sparse at first, and it took a while to get going. But once it got going for sure. So I'm hoping the same as with this G case, because it's a great case. I think Mike is trying to say you can't find something that ain't there. Yeah, all right. What's up, Greg? How's it going, man? How's it going on your side of town? Hopefully all is well. I was thinking about you. I was wondering if you were able to hit those target drops at all. Cody, got a tornado in our area in Mount Orab, Ohio right now. It's damaging house and everything. Need prayers because it's tearing houses out. That's crazy, man. Yeah, I knew that we had a severe risk, or we had like an enhanced risk in parts of the states, but oh, that must be it right there. Let me see. Yep. Yeah, moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. Wow. Crazy. Cray cray. Yeah, no bueno. Yeah, please pay attention to your weather. Pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to the weather. Keep your eyes to the skies. Purple Porsche, yep. Adrian says, "What's up, David? Hope you're enjoying your new items." Yes, sir. I threw in a couple of surprises in the box for David as well, so hopefully he enjoys them. PJ, I want that super so bad. Which one are you talking about, PJ? Superbird? Whoa, you serious? If you're talking about the GT3 RS, yes, I did put that up. That was my grand finale. I put it up as a grand finale, and the winner has not paid, so it looks like it's going to be staying. Susan says, "Yeah, not much G&H here either. I got what I wanted from other people, but didn't feel it was the best two cases, in my opinion." Yeah, I mean, G got some pretty good carryovers from F, because F was a really good case, in my opinion. And then, the Merc. It's got Merc, CRX. What else? The black Audi, I think, is in there. Yeah, it's a great case. I got to separate these. Remember what's what. Yeah, gold Liberty Walk Sylvia is in there. It's a good all around case. It's a good all around case. Zach said we got 2023 International H case. Nice. What did it sell for? I think it sold for 112. I think that's what it sold for. I put it up for 75. It sold for 112. I am sorry if I made that guy bid higher on the super. No worries. No worries, David. He didn't even pay. It's all good. All good, broski. What's up, Tommy? Tommy says, "I'll buy that Porsche." Yeah, we'll see if Adrian wants to do another one, and then we'll go from there. Damien says, "What's up, Derek?" Big A, yeah, shipping costs took a big chunk of what I collected. Yeah. As I mentioned, guys, when you do those auctions like that, and especially if it goes through PayPal, you got to think about the PayPal fees. That'll take a lot of money out of the equation, and then the shipping will take a lot of money out too. So yeah, you got the pot, but Adrian doesn't get the whole pot, if that makes any sense. Zach says, "I'm on Whatnot and going to Paco's Diecast garage auction on Whatnot." Yeah, that's going to be on the 1st. It's going to be on July 1st. And you know what? While we're here, I still have to make the video and premiere it on the 15th. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a little leak-see, a little preview of my contribution to that auction. It's right back here. For those of you who have been in tune with the diecast discussions, you'll remember that it was a body, and then it was painted. Well, it's all done now. And so this is what I am sending to Paco. If it focuses, let's see if we can get a little focus here. There we go. So this is my first custom since coming back to customizing. I've been customizing about 3 months. But this is a Godzilla R32 with a chopped rear end, custom diffuser. It's got a roll cage in there, if you can see. It is slammed on its huevos. So as you can see, it's pretty darn low. When it gets the weight of the body on it, the wheels go a little bit lower. But yeah, I thought it came out pretty good. The custom, there's a twin wastegate dump on the hood. But yeah, it came out really good. I really enjoy it. And I'm looking forward to making more of these Godzillas for sure. So if you want an opportunity to win that, or if you want an opportunity to bid on it, I forgot the GT3 mirrors I put on it too. Yeah, how about that? If you want a chance to own this, make sure you tune into Paco's Whatnot auction. It's going to be on July 1st. It's been doing a whatnot auction, and all the proceeds are going to be going to St. Jude's charity. A lot of people have contributed already. Paco did a little leak on some things that have already been sent in, which is awesome. Mine will be going in very, very soon, hopefully this week. So, yeah. Mikey says, open an SEC AMG. That thing is a primo mainline. Yeah, it's a dope car. I know David from TWYCE Diecast appreciates that one for sure. Tommy said, I got the package the next day. Thank you very much. Sweet. Yeah, my portion will be going out this week. Superbird. Close your eyes. That glory hole super will poke you when you least expect it. Yes, it will. Yeah. Don't put your eye in front of the glory hole. It might you might sustain an eye injury. About him. Hey, there's an old name I remember. Sammy. What's up, Sammy? Finally caught you one time. You can start over now. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning into this week's Diecast discussion. Yeah, it's all good. What's up, Sammy? Good to see you, man. There's Jeremy Lance in the house. What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone's weekend was good to them. Yes, this is my Saturday, so I feel for y'all that got to get up and go to work tomorrow. Let's see. David, I did make him bid that Porsche up. Yeah, you were battling him hard. I was like, David wants that thing. Zach Allen says, we had a small tornado at Trenton, Missouri that hit Wesley and United Methodist Church and some other buildings. Yikes. Yeah, I know the severe weather has been kind of on a break. It's been on a break lately, but it's going to be ramping up this week again, so y'all be safe. Yeah, I put the green Camaro Supercharger hunt as a grand finale. Same person who bid it and won Derek's purple Porsche is not paid. Yeah. It's all good. What's up, Gary? How's it going? And thank you as well, Gary, for taking part in Adrian's auction. He surely appreciates the help. Superbird says, I'm going to be going into debt with the St. Jude's auction. Yes, sir. What's up, Rob? How's it going? Rob from Scale Enthusiasm says that thing is nice. Thank you, sir. If y'all haven't checked Rob out over at Scale Enthusiasm, make sure you go check him out. Thanks for tuning in, Rob. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, it's a what is the color? The color is it's like Krylon Kiwi green or something like that, but it has a white base under it to make it really pop. Yeah, because if you just spray the green on, it'll be a little bit darker shade. So, but yeah, this was fun. I'm definitely looking forward to making some more of these for sure. I definitely like it better without that hideous rear end and, with an actual diffuser back there. No wing. It's kind of nice. I like it. And whoever wins this, I hope you enjoy it too. What's up, MHD? Long time no talk. Yes, sir. What's good? Hope all is well. And Marshall, new to the channel, Los Angeles. The Mattel store is selling cases, JK and L. You talking about in Cali, like in person at the storefront? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Unless you're talking about online, that'd be kind of cool too. JK and L. I'm going to be sending in some Disney chase cars. Nice. Very nice. Big Daddy, what's up? Says, hello, y'all. That's a beautiful custom, Derek. Thank you, sir. I have a box ready for you to go, or to go to you. Or I built a box for you, Big Daddy. It's ready to go. I'm going to see if I can get it out this week with the auction winners. But hopefully you enjoy, and hopefully you need everything that's in there as well. Greg, show the back a little more. I want to see the bumper cut out. Yeah. I'll see if I can get a good see if I can get this thing to focus a little bit. There we go. We got the focus. Now we just need Yeah, the bumper cut. So I just basically, there's a line that goes across there, and then it's got those two goofy body cap blocks on the side. Talking about those. Maybe that would help, but that'll be better probably. Which way do I have to turn? Who am I? What am I? There we go. But yeah, those blocks to me just ruin the whole thing. So I just cut them off. And then built that diffuser back there. But yeah, it's nice. It rolls like a friggin' champ too. Rolls like a champ. There we go. Jeremy says that R32 looks great. I'll be trying for this one. And Pia's R34. Yes, Pia's R34 is sick. I think that one is going to bring home. I think that one's going to bring home the most money for the cause. I think, but I haven't seen James. I haven't seen his cars yet. I haven't seen a lot of people's cars, but I think it's going to bring home quite a bit of money for. I think it's just beautiful. That thing is beautiful. Pia's R34. I bought a 9-pack to get that SEC. Nice. I don't judge you. I don't judge you at all. We've been having fall weather, and usually we're in the 80s by now. Yeah, it's been cooler here in Arizona too, which is really weird. Usually we're in the 110s by now, and we haven't even crossed over 100 today, which is really weird. Not complaining, but just saying. Zach said it's been hot in Missouri. Yep. Adrian saying, David, I threw in that Back to the Future Toyota truck for you. Tommy saying I'll buy the Camaro too. Yeah, Adrian, if you want to sell Tommy that Camaro, he's willing to take it. Or if you want to put up another auction, it's looking like Tommy will take it. What's up, Dollstar? Checking in from Huntington Beach, California. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, bud. Superbird says going to try to add that R32 with my Liberty Walk Ken Mary. Yeah, do it. Yeah, Superbird. He won the auction on one of my eBay customs that I did a long time ago. The Cherry Blossom Ken Mary. Yeah, that was a fun car to build for sure. Yeah, Big Ace packages got out quick. He wasn't playing. It's freaking awesome. Let's see. Trying to get caught up with comments. And then we'll go over mail calls and we'll bring on our special guest. David from TWYCE Diecast. Mini Racers. Hi, Derek. Love the live streams. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've told you guys a million times, this is my favorite thing to do is to do live streams. So even though I don't upload hunt episodes nearly as regularly as I used to, still got the diecast discussions. We can talk about diecast and, talk about customs, talk about hunting, talk about premium diecast, everything you want. Plus it's direct interaction. So this has always been my favorite thing to do is the diecast discussions. But thank you for tuning in, Mini Racers. I'm happy you enjoy them. And if you ever want to talk about anything, just say it in the chat and we'll talk about it. Oh, geez. Casbury Brooks III. Interstate I-95 northbound has collapsed in Philadelphia, and they said Hot Wheels cases will be delayed on the East Coast for months. Joking. Yeah, because that's the headline right there. That's terrible. I saw the news reports on that whole thing. I guess it was like a tanker fire or something, and it got so hot that it degraded the strength of the bridge, the overpass, and it collapsed, which is crazy. But yeah, hopefully nobody got hurt. That's the main thing. Sammy wins the deadline for the St. Jude auction. So you're supposed to premiere your diecast build by the 15th and then send it to Paco. He needs it by probably the last day of June because his auction is going to be on the 1st of July. So yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Those wildfires are nuts. Those wildfires are nuts. Looking like Mars. Looking like Mars in New York City. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, super hot and dry in Arizona. That's bound to happen here. Yeah, and I know you guys are going to be hot and humid for sure. I still have that Ken Mary. I hugged him and petted him and named him George. There you go. George has a good owner. Adrian saying some very nice things to David from Diecast Life and Death. Hot Wheels case is delayed for months, so in other words, nothing will change. Yep. The drought is real. Oh boy. David showed me a little sneak peek. He's showing me a little sneak peek at something. I see it. Starts with an M and ends with an E. If you know the reference, you know I do. I certainly do. Which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? All right. Let's change this banner real quick. We'll get into finds for the past few weeks. And we'll go over mail calls from Big A's Diecast and the Wizard, Cody Collins. The Wizard, Cody Collins. Yes, sir. Let me grab these real quick. Let me grab these. Let me grab these. Wait a minute. I don't want to grab these. All right. I think I'll start with the mail calls first. Start off with the mail calls. We'll start off with the Wizard. I'll start off with the Wizard sleeve. I mean the Wizard. Sorry. Just kidding, Cody. Just kidding. So he sent me a big box of stuff that I have a lot of. And yeah, I'm just gonna send him like as gifts or something because I have so many of all of these. It's just insane. But thank you, Cody. Yeah, Cody, he already sent me a bunch of those, That's the Wizard for you. He wants to make sure you're taken care of and then some. So, but he did send me something really nice. And I know what it is. And thank you, Cody. I appreciate it. So he sent a letter. It says, "Hey there, Mr. Derek. You, my friend. Thank you, my friend. You and Mustang Hunter inspired me to collect Hot Wheels and Super Treasure Hunt Hot Wheels and other collectible Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels on Hot Wheels on Hot Wheels. Oh, by the way, after I get done with my Super Treasure Hunts for this year, I'll be taking a break from Hot Wheels, but I will be collecting the BMW Need for Speed. Most wanted mainline for 2023. I don't remember which one that is. Do any of you guys know which one he's talking about? BMW Need for Speed? I'm not sure. I've been sucking on my leaks. Thank you, your friend Cody Collins. Cody is the man. Cody is the man. One of the most generous people I have ever met. So what did he send me? He sent me this box. I'm not going to pull them all out, but it is a mix of... It's a mix of that 992 GT3 from QCase last year, that blue one from what was it? I think J and K, no K and L from last year, and then these black S15s. So, thank you, sir. All going into the custom stash, but if anybody needs one, and like I said, I'm probably just going to start throwing these in as a free gift for people, especially the Porsches. I have so many of them, it's not even funny. But he did send this as well. And this is what allowed me to push forward that AOK that James did for me during Josh's auction. And if you don't remember, what he did is we got into a bidding battle for this because I wanted it. and he ended up winning it. And he told Ed Ramos to send that to me, which he did. So there's like a little piece of metal in here. It's like a little. Let me open this up and get this metal out real quick. Let me see what it is first. I don't know why, but these things have been really hard for me to open lately. Where is it? Where is it? Get out of there. Evacuate the premises. Evacuate the premises. Okay. It's like a little piece of metal. I'm not sure. It's like a... I don't know. Anyways, he sent me one of these. Chuck. There's Chuck from Diecast Media Network. What's up, Chuck? He said, woo, we made it. Yes. Yeah, I'm just going over my my mail calls and my fines, and then we're going to bring good old David on. But yeah, the blue RLC selection Countach. Again, thanks, Cody. Really appreciate it. Yeah, he reminded me. He was like, dude, I'm sending you one of those. And I was like, oh, crap. So, but yeah, the one, I almost put it up for Adrian's auction, but I got it right back over here. I was going to put it up for my 12K giveaway. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Either way, thank you, Cody. Appreciate it, bud. You are the man. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Adrian. Adrian sent me. Oh, I got a box from Mattel, too. Totally forgot about that. Let's see here. I'm not sure why I put those in there. Adrian did not send me that. So Adrian sent me my winning from the auction. He actually told me I didn't have to pay for it, which is really nice of him. So thank you, Adrian. He sent me these, which are friggin' sick and are going to go hand in hand with our conversation with David today. I'd like to get his thoughts on that. But yeah, thank you, Adrian. Appreciate you, bud. So that's what I want off of Adrian's auction. I just decided that it wouldn't hurt to have another one of these. So, and you better believe that I am very much looking forward to that next transport that's coming out, for sure. And apparently it's going to be the Walmart exclusive. But if you don't know what I'm talking about the 934.5 transport. I cannot wait. But yeah, that was my only take home from Adrian's auction. So I appreciate that, Adrian. Adrian was also kind enough to pick one of these up for me before I found mine. And you see that price. Steals for weeks. I can't remember how much Mattel was selling these for, but I think, if I remember right, maybe David would know, but I believe they were like $25.99 or something like that. Or $30. But yeah. So in Adrian's honor, I've already opened the one that I got. I'm going to wheel swap that GT3 RS in there, that 997. And probably going to do some with that S15 as well. I've been looking forward to customizing one of those. And then the insane acts of kindness that Adrian gave me. These are obviously from his personal collection. Already opened. And thank you, Adrian. You really didn't have to give these to me, but man, I really appreciate it. And I'll tell you what. This car was the #1 competitor for Porsche in the good old GTE class. And I've been contemplating on actually getting these, even though they're competitors to my lovely Porsche. But I never did. And Adrian sent me one, and I think I'm going to have to complete them all now. Now I'm going to have to get them all. But let's see if we can get a focus. There we go. I'm sure the windshield banner tells all. But look at that beautiful 488 GTE. That thing is fantastic, man. Can't wait to get David to David's opinion on that. I know he's seen it. He might even have it too. I don't even know. He's giving me 2 thumbs up. What he's not telling me is he's holding up his big toes as well. So it's 2 thumbs up and 2 big toes up. Yeah, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just unmatched quality with Premium 164. And there's so many brands to choose from. Tarmac Works, MiniGT, Mini Champs. The list goes on. We're going to talk about them all. And here's the other one that Adrian sent me. This one has caught my eye for a long time, and it's another one I never got. And Adrian was kind enough to give this to me. Wow. Man, that's fantastic. Look at that. This thing is beyond gorgeous. Absolutely love that color scheme, man. Absolutely love that color scheme. Reminds me a lot of Scotto's car from Hoonigan. At least the color. The white on the red. Damn. God, that's nice. Thank you, Adrian. You are the friggin' man, dude. For real. Or as the younger generation says, no cap. All right. Last mail call from Mattel. You know this was a must-have. Good old Doug. He loves it. Yep, Rob. Tarmac's packaging is awesome. Adrian's a real one. Kudos to him. If he does another auction, I'll be sure to do the same, if not more than last time. Dude, you did a lot. Thanks, Superbird. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, the protector got all jacked up on that. Car's okay, though. Let's see. They had that hauler set in dump bins at the tour, but by the time I got to look, the Porsche was left. You talking about the Legends Tour transport, the Porsche? Shoot. I'm going to need that. I'll tell you that. Chuck says, thanks, Big A. I'm okay. Just super busy doing new episodes of Diecast Breakdown every now and then build video escapes. Yeah. Definitely make sure to head over to Diecast Media Network. Check them out. Chuck, Mark, and David. Love those guys. PJ, that's sick. They nailed that Porsche. Yes. Big Daddy, love all forms of racing and race cars. Yes. That's always been my soft spot. Anything that's GT, GT, Le Mans, road course, RWB. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Adrian says, I appreciate your kind words, brother. I'm not perfect, but I try to be the best person I could possibly be. You are excelling, Adrian. Okay. Last mail call from Mattel. Booyah. Yes. Definitely lucky enough to get one of those. I wish I could have gotten 2 so I could crack one, but that's going to have to wait for now at least. But yeah, just work of art, man. I was sweating bullets. I got the TWYCE Diecast seal of approval. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Perfectly done. But yeah, I was sweating bullets the day that came out, and believe me, I was. That's one I did not want to miss. That is for sure. That is for sure. Bear with the noise just for a second. The wife decided she wanted to blend something. Okay, real quick. We'll go over some finds highlights. Again, a lot of J. And then finally some H and some G, which is really, really nice. The RLC has adjustable wheels. Like you can lower it? Well, if you could lower it, that'd be adjustable suspension, adjustable wheels. Do elaborate, David. There's a variation on the card, Porsche sticker and no Porsche sticker. No Porsche sticker. Wah, wah, wah. That sucks. Oh, well. I'm happy I got the car. That's all I care about. All right, J case. Let's go over. That's G. Got a big old mess here. So, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful J case. We'll start it off with that. The latest rendition of the Drag EG. Very, very nice. I do like it. I need to build another one of those, that's for sure. Got a couple of the new Zonda R's. Yes, sir. That is beautiful. That blue. You guys know I love my Zonda R's and my Wyra R's. Let's see. Got a couple of the Mark IIs, the main lines. Again, I've cracked a couple of J cases. All I have found is 2 main lines. That's it. Found 2 main lines in every case. But that's okay. So, one for the collection, one to crack and customize. Here's your regular treasure hunt for J case, Jeep Cherokee. Pretty darn cool regular treasure hunt. As mentioned, I don't collect regular treasure hunts anymore unless they are something real and cool. You know, that's pretty cool. So, of course, you know that's going to be my fave out of J case. The latest rendition of the 992 GT3. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. After weeks of hunting, I finally found a couple of these. G case, 560 SEC AMG. I cannot wait to crack one of those open and slam one of those on its huevos. I cannot wait. Just a big body coupe. Big body old school Mercedes coupe. I think David likes that. That's right up David's alley. Yep, thumbs up. A couple of the CRXs. Very nice, very cool rendition of the CRX. It's good to see that back out. That generation of CRX anyways. A lot of people don't understand or know that are super familiar with Honda that's the later gen. There's a later gen and then there's an earlier gen CRX. Some people see CRX and they think it's the same one. It's not. So very, very cool. Going back to J, I had to pick this up and I think David will approve of this one. Hopefully I'm saying it right. The Pajero Evolution. That is a super cool SUV made by Mitsubishi. And no, it does not have a 4G63 in it. It's got a V6, I believe, in it. I think that's what I read on Wiki. Because I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is neat. I did grab one. Just one. Found a lot of these. Just took one. That recolor of the Cool Combi and Moon Ice, dark gray. That's J case. Thought that thing looked very nice. Definitely had to take that. RS6 Avant. Super nice to see that back out in mainline again. And that dark green. Gorgeous. And let's see. That's it for that. And then a couple of the H case finds. Let me see here. 2 more of those. 560 SEC AMG. And then last but not least, let's see. That's good stuff. The 84 Audi Quattro recolor. It's freaking sick. Love that livery. Love that color. Just screams Deutschland all over it. Love it. That's it. that wraps it up for the finds. Just a bunch of mainline finds, all relatively within the last week. So nice to find something. Adrian says Pajero's awesome. All it needs is some new kicks. Yes. What's up, John? You hoser. I acquired an RLC Zamax 70 Mustang Boss. Mostly been trading and buying online. Yeah. That's what a lot of people are doing. They're either resorting to buying on the secondhand market, trading, or just going premium 164. So, what does everyone think of Sean Nicholas? He's the one that took the video of the Miami Legends tours, right? I believe. If so, I did see that video, and I don't have any opinion because I only saw one video of him. So. Scalping's at an all-time high here. I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, let's change this banner over. Let's get our very, very, very special guest, our super special guest on. I'm so excited. God, like I mentioned, it's been way too long. This should have happened a long time ago. But I love David. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. If you have not gone over and checked out TWYCE Diecast on YouTube, I believe he's on Instagram as well, make sure to head over and check out David, TWYCE Diecast. Also, he is one of the three-headed monster of Diecast Media Network. Does some great interviews. I had the privilege of meeting David in Vegas this year at the Vegas convention. So friggin' awesome. I was so friggin' happy to finally hang out with David. Known him for a long time. We've done some trades. He sent me some stuff and just total class act. I love this guy. So let's bring him on. David John, what's up?
What's up, everybody? How am I sounding, man? I'm on my phone.
You're sounding good. You're sounding good. Okay. You're looking good.
All right. If you want to drop the invite in the chat, I can use my webcam and mic if you think it'd be better. It's up to you.
It's up to you as well. But yeah, I can do that.
All right, let's give it a shot. Okay. Either way, I'm gonna make it work no matter what. And guys, I'm super pumped to be here. I love watching Derek's streams and just really glad to be here, man. No place better we could be, right?
Except for Diecast Media Network or TWYCE Diecast.
There you go.
There's Superbird singing the jingle right there. TWYCE Diecast. How do you feel about that? That'll be my first question. How do you feel about the jingle forever following you? Do you curse Mark, or do you think that's a blessing directly from Mark?
I think I knew it was a hit when I heard it the first time on the. Yeah. I rewound the live stream and got a snippet of it on my computer and saved it. And I said, you know what? This is too bad to not be my jingle forever.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. It was a pretty cool moment.
Yes, sir. A lot of people have fun with that. A lot of people remember it and say it all the time.
Yeah. No, I love it, guys. And, this is what our hobby's supposed to be. We're supposed to be connecting and having relationships and meeting people and helping each other out and having fun. And we have the best hobby in the world. I mean, it's not even debatable, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And same with me, Derek, on this end. It was awesome to get to hang out with you and meet you, and looking forward to the next time, man.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. A lot of fun hanging out with you guys, talking Diecast, watching you guys try to land, talking to people, trying to get them on Diecast Media Network. And, I think a couple have worked out for you, which is awesome. And just chatting, just totally nerding out at Diecast the whole weekend with you guys was freaking awesome.
It is. And I'm so glad to be here today. If anybody is curious about the world outside of Hot Wheels and Matchbox, I'll gladly be an ambassador and a tour guide. I'm absolutely in no way the authority, but that's kind of where my collection has evolved into. And I'm not saying anything bad about Hot Wheels or Matchbox or anything like that. Like, man, we all grew up loving Hot Wheels, and I always will. So it's not about that. For me, I mean, it came down to, and I think we all go through this, it came down to even storage. To their credit, man, Mattel is putting out a lot of bangers each case.
They are.
And when you got like 20 or 30 really strong castings in each case, I mean, I was filling up those jammers quicker than I could buy them. You know,
Yeah.
I was going to Hobby Lobby every other week.
Yeah.
And I just had to make a call for my storage and my my own collection. So whatever you hear from me today on Premium Diecast, if it works for you, great. If it doesn't, that's awesome. Collect what you like. And that's what I've learned that I kind of like to collect. So if you guys want to hear about that tonight, I've got something to show you. I'm excited to do that. And if you got any questions later, I'll be more than happy to answer those. And if we've got guys in the chat that are going to correct me because I'm going to fumble over names, I'm going to say the wrong countries that some of these are from. But I'm going to try my best to give you guys some pretty cool cars to look at.
Absolutely. Looks like Chuck says, come back on the show. I think he's talking to me. I'd be more than happy to.
Yeah,
you ain't got to twist my arm one bit. I will come back.
You get the open invite, Derek.
Let's do it. So yeah, David, let's talk about when was that moment where you started picking up, I assume Hot Wheels was the drug of choice to get into this, Hot Wheels and Matchbox. When did that happen? Like, when did you know that you had an addiction? Like, what?
So is it weird that I remember the case? So check this out.
I like it.
Check this out. A dude at Walmart that I had been kind of working on a relationship with. Like, I wasn't looking to say, hey, put a case behind the My Little Ponies for me and let me crack it. But I was like, just kind of meeting them every week. And I said, hey, man, if you are ever putting stuff out when I'm here, I'd love to peg them for you. And I learned that from you, by the way. And I think it was like 2020 in case.
Being nice and being helpful goes a long way.
It does. And I got to say, like, I got to open this case and I was so pumped. Like, I was about to find a super, right? Well, I didn't. But I did find like 20 cars that were awesome. And I was like, crap, man, like this is 20 more cars on top of the 3,000 or 4,000 that are just kind of sitting in cases right now. And I still liked them. I'd go through them and look at them, but that's really kind of all I was doing, was just looking at them. So I like had 20 in my hand, about to go up to the checkout line, and I put them back and I was like, man, what am I doing? Like, where's it going to stop for me? Like, where's it going to stop? I'm just going to buy 30 cars every month minimum. So I just said, you know what, let me check out. I'm gonna start buying premiums, Hot Wheels premiums. Still loyal to the brand. Started buying those. Then I was like checking around, and on Reddit they had people, you know, showing really cool stuff from other brands. Reddit's a great place if you guys don't know it. Online website where you can look at specific stuff. And there's a Hot Wheels community on there, like 80,000 people on it, showing all kinds of brands, and just opened my eyes to other stuff and other companies that have been doing diecast, surprisingly, for a long time in a lot more accurate and a lot more precise detail than we get from Hot Wheels or Matchbox. And again, you know, it's just a different level of car. So
that's it.
That's kind of where it happened for me, Derek, is just I just couldn't keep buying that many every month.
Yeah. And as you mentioned, like, not to discredit Hot Wheels at all, As a matter of fact, to give them props, they have
Yes,
been really,
compliment.
they've been really coming out and killing like the new castings. Like, I mean, when I got into this 5 years ago, I never saw this coming. I never saw the Liberty
Yeah,
Walk
right.
S15 or any of the other Liberty Walks. And I definitely didn't imagine that this would happen. And I'm super happy about that. The Mark II Supra.
Yep.
I mean, come on, how cool is that?
Yeah, it's
But yeah,
awesome.
they continuously keep raising and raising, the bar with casting quality. They've done a lot better. They've gotten better about putting mirrors on. They've gotten better about getting their proportions right and taking old castings and making the proportions better. The 8.6, that's a perfect
Yeah.
example.
That's
The
a huge victory.
yeah, the proportions were so terrible back in the day, and now it's just spot on. It doesn't get any better.
Right.
But yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I agree with that. Now let's talk about when you first realized that you were going to get into that premium
Okay.
stuff. When you first dived into that, I think I know who inspired you for that. I think I know who gave you that bug as far as getting onto the obscure and the premium stuff. I think.
Fire away. I'll tell you if you're right.
Yep. Double D.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep. Good
So
old Don.
getting back into the hobby, Derek, like I started hitting all these YouTube channels and I started leaving comments. And you guys know some of the biggest channels are dudes overseas. Diecast Dude is one. Chasing Diecast Cars is another dude over in Belgium. And so just because they were the biggest channels, they were coming into my feed. And as I was growing into my collection, that's naturally, what I would stumble onto on YouTube. So I'd leave comments and I just took a stab at it and said, I'm going to see if I can trade with these guys. Like I had a channel, it had like 85 subs and it was a different name, but I was just polite and just left a complimentary email and just said, if you're ever interested in some American stuff that I can help you get, I would love to try out some of these brands from overseas that I see you shopping for that I can't get here. And so Diecast Dude was one of the guys that started me off, and he would send me these things like Norev. This is a company in France. A lot of you guys know this. Norev is actually the owner of the company's name backwards. Just some little weird trivia. But to me, this was really cool and eye-opening because this is what is this, a Renault? I think maybe this is I think this is a Renault, which is, a French car company. We're going to have Renault, a few in Hot Wheels, but we're never going to see just classic street cars that are over in Europe that we don't see here. And these are really well made, guys. Like these are accurate rims, awesome paint jobs, detail on the tail lamps and the headlamps, just really cool stuff and cars that for me in my collection, I'm getting to know these cars because I've never seen them before in my life. So Diecast Dude and I started trading, and then I started trading with a guy in Australia. And I want to show you this because us here in America, we'll recognize this car, but it's something totally different over in Australia. Anybody want to take a stab at what this would be in America? Because it's really cool.
Pontiac GTO?
Yeah, that's right. And this is a company called Bianti. Bianti made cars in Australia 20 years ago. And so when I'm saying like, I'm getting to know cars that I didn't know, this is actually over there. It is a Holden Monaro, which Hot Wheels just did a Monaro not too long ago. But Bianti was doing cars of this level like 30 years ago. So countries around the world have been doing premium diecasts for a long time, and a lot of us just never knew about it. And I've just been like breaking the bank to catch up and learn about all these brands. Derek, you'll like this one. You mentioned Mini Champs earlier, and they're coming back.
Real quick, David.
Yeah. Go ahead.
On that Beyonce.
Yep.
My friend Colin from Australia was kind enough to send me a Ford Falcon, one of those that has
sweet.
like race livery on it.
Yeah.
And the packaging is kind of set up like a Mini GT, kind of like this, but the car is flat. It's like facing like this. I found that packaging so interesting.
So
and that's really cool that you mentioned about the GTO being a newer generation of Holden Monero.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did you know this? So when I was overseas, when I was going through Kuwait, and then I spent some time in Doha, Qatar. So got to see a lot of what they drove over there. They have Pontiac G8s over there, but guess what they were?
What?
They were Chevy Malibus.
What?
They were Chevy Malibu, like
kidding?
SS with V8s, yeah, and all that stuff. The taillights were different, but just by the silhouette, you could totally see the resemblance. It's Pontiac G8, 110%.
That's really cool, man. And you know, that's what I'm talking about. Like, kind of with Diecast too. To me, it feels like there's 4 or 5 people making castings, and then all the diecast companies around the world like buy the rights to make cars off of them, because a lot of them, even from different brands around the world, you know, it's basically the same car, just under a different name. But that Bianti that you've got, that's kind of a new generation of that company where they're starting to focus on more race stuff. Back in the day, and this is kind of neat, Bianti it's not some fancy name. It's the dude's name was Bev and Trevor. Those were the 2 owners, a husband and wife, B and T. And if you say it, it's Bianti, B and T. That's where that name came from. And this was like just a husband and wife team that wanted to make amazing Australian cars in diecast in true 1/64 scale. And that's kind of a point that I like about the premium diecast brands, Derek, is when you talk about true 1/64, you don't have a Miata that's the same size as a Volkswagen T2 van. And, you know, that's one of the things that kind of bothered me a little bit when I looked at my collection, because like Zach will tell you, I go ahead and open it. And so all of my stuff is on a shelf lined up. And I like my cars looking like they would in real life, kind of proportionate to another.
Yeah. I get that. And I get that. And that was a lot of people's gripe with this.
Yeah.
They say it's way too long, way too big.
I mean, that might be like 1/58 scale right there.
Yeah, it is big. I mean, because that wasn't a big car at all. But I mean, it's damn near almost the size of this. I mean, almost very, very close.
So you guys know that Mini Champs was people think it's a new brand, and they're coming out with some amazing stuff here like right now, but they've been around for 20-30 years. They started out as a guy named Paul's Model Art. See what you think about this, Derek. This is a Mini Champs 64 from probably 20 or 30 years ago, maybe 15, but like, it's just amazing. Like, everything's got proper wheels, lenses, the interior's got bucket seats, you got all kinds of details on the dash and stuff like that.
Gorgeous.
The only reason I show you that is, like, again, some of these companies have been making awesome diecasts for 20 years, and, you know, we think like our hobby is at the pinnacle right now, but a lot of these companies overseas, man, they've been doing it for a long time. Check out, this is a company called Auto Art. Look what they were doing back in the day. Who was doing premium PT cruisers, right? Tell me that.
Right.
The only other company I know that even has one is Maisto. So that's that's 2 or 3 that I've got. I've got plenty more. We can look as many as you want. We can keep talking about them. Whatever you guys want to do. If you want to ask questions. If anybody kind of wanted to get started looking into premium stuff, or even like other brands, we've got some brands, and you guys know this. You guys know that majorettes are at Target. Check out this pretty wild collab they did. This is from a dude that picked one of these up in Japan for me. This is like a Nissan Safaro, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a collab with a Japanese cookie company, and there's a cookie in the bottom. But it's just a really cool, accessible brand if you guys want to explore the world outside of Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Yeah, you got the cheaper like introductory premium brands like Majorette and Sparky. Sparky is a really good introductory brand. You know, cheap. I mean, you're talking anywhere between $10 to $15 for a car that just literally blows all of the mainline stuff out of the water as far as detail and things like that.
And like, listen, we can go as high as you guys want to go. I've got some stuff here that probably going to cost 20 times a mainline, 25 times a mainline. But to me, to be honest, it's worth it.
It's worth it.
But another brand that, you talk about Majorette, one that's really accessible for us here is Schuko, and they're a company out of Germany.
Yes, Schuko.
And you're talking maybe $10, $15, maybe $20 on a bad day.
Look at that.
Look at that. Look at what you're getting. Is that coming in okay? Like, you got the awesome wheels. You got.
Man, look at that. Look at it. Would you just look at it? My goodness.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about, man. You got matte paint mixed in with gloss, mixed in with the metal flake. They just, I think the collectors over in Europe, to be honest, they demand it. Like, they're more accessible over there for them. And in case you guys didn't know this, like premium Hot Wheels in Europe might run you $12 to $20 for a premium, like a car culture.
Yep.
And you can get that same Schuko for the same price. So, it's kind of obvious why a lot of Europeans collect some of the more premium brands over Hot Wheels. It's all about distribution and stuff.
And something worthy to mention too is that a lot of those companies, like I believe Norev, Auto Art, Mini Champs, they all make bigger scales too. So if you ever decide that you want to up the ante and empty the wallet a little more for even bigger stuff, I'll tell you what, I've been looking at 143 and 118 like nobody's business lately.
Oh, they're crazy, man. They're crazy good.
Yeah, I was looking at some GT Spirits. You heard of those 118s?
Yep. Absolutely. Man. I see some comments like Rob is talking about poster cars. That's a new brand. Page just showed those, and I hear, and you guys can check me on this, people are finding them in CVS's. Big Daddy Diecast. David, did I get that right? Did you go get a bunch of those there? Maybe it was somebody else. Somebody sent me a picture on Instagram where they found them at CVS and just like bought the whole first mix, and they're like $9 each, and they're awesome. They're hypercars. Let me show you this one. So Time Micro is a company, and they're under the. Actually, Time Micro is the parent company, right? There's an entry-level premium brand for them called Dream. They do this Tesla Roadster that is just freaking amazing. It's like a matte, almost Spectraflame. The wheels are legit, rubber tires, bucket seats on the inside. I don't know if I'm showing this right. Man, I can't see what I'm showing. But this thing, I'm telling you, like less than $10. And I do a lot of my stuff. You guys, if you got the cojones, get on AliExpress. You can get this stuff cheap. I hadn't been burned yet. I probably will be, but I haven't been burned yet.
I know another person that swears by AliExpress. Is that where you learned about it?
I don't know. I'm naturally cheap. If somebody told me about it, then it was probably because I was already looking at it anyway, to be honest. I'm cheap, man. I'm not going to pay through the nose on this stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned Aerocar. Yeah, I can see y'all chatting about that. They're okay brand for me. They do a lot of opening parts. And to me, guys, like opening parts, sometimes they mess up the look. You know, when you got a door gap that if you took it out to scale would be like a foot wide because that gap is so big. I prefer mine without it. One of my favorite brands, guys, is X-Car Toys. This is an Audi A6, I believe. And for $10, maybe $12, you're getting some crazy awesome luxury sedans. You're getting clean stock versions, detailed interiors, actual wheels, actual rims, tires with tread on them. They even do wild stuff. One thing that is cool about these brands overseas, this X-Car Toys company does a lot of vehicles that they only sell to Chinese drivers over in China. So this is a Chinese, like a Hummer knockoff called a Tank. I forget, Tank is the actual name of the maker. This is called a Tank 300. And it's just a really cool vehicle, man. Matte black, blacked out, black on black everywhere. And they give you like really nice display boxes.
With a QR code.
Do what?
With a QR code on the box. How about that?
With a QR code. You know what? Like, they gotta do something to distinguish themselves from the other diecast makers. So sometimes they give you more, man. Like BM Customs is a brand that gives you extra sets of wheels, extra bumpers, ground effects. You know, you can customize your premium diecast. I want to show you guys. I know you guys know about Tamica. But in case you have never seen like their high-end, top-of-the-line stuff, it's called Tamica Limited Vintage.
Mm-hmm.
This is an F40 that is just mind-blowing. You've got that detail on a 1/64 scale. You've got opening parts. You've got authentic wheels. You've got a opening part that, I'm sorry if I'm struggling to get this.
Nope, you're good, David. You're good.
But like, it's so cool, man. Everything lays flush. It's a roller. Like, it's just amazing precision from Tamica. And they're one of the few companies that has a Ferrari license, by the way. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I need to look into that because I'm not a super massive Ferrari collector, but man, I'll tell you what, I have a soft spot in my heart for the F40. I really do.
Smart. You know, one of the fun things, and you know, I got a few left, but one of the fun things I learned is that a lot of automakers license their own vehicles to sell at dealerships, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can go down to a Subaru dealership right now and probably find some really cool, authentic looks on, you know, WRX, STI, whatever, in true 1/64 scale. This is here's an example of one that Mazda does. And it's crazy good. Like, it is as good as a Tamika Limited Vintage. And this is like straight up official Mazda. I don't even know who makes this. This is called a Mazda Axela, I think.
Man.
And I think they sell them at the dealerships in Japan, maybe. My buddy brought it back from a recent trip over there. I wanted to show you one other. Told you about the Subarus, told you about those Mazdas. I ordered a Bentley directly from Bentley on their website. If you guys think about it, go to an automaker's website, go to their gift section, and a lot of times you'll find their cars in 1/64 scale or bigger on their own webpage. Like you go to Bentley, you can order a Bentley. It ends up being one that MiniGT did, which is really cool. But there's also really, specific proprietary cars that you can't really get anywhere else, including a Chinese Passat.
Chinese Passat. There we go.
Legend. This is one I get more grief about from Mark Dotson Man Diecast.
It's like a Chinese Passat.
I was so excited to find this, and I was telling Derek and Mark in a text, dude, this is a Chinese Passat. And that was like all she wrote.
Another one in the books besides the jingle.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, real quick, David. Big Daddy Diecast says, "Hey, David, we're going to meet at Extreme Diecast again this fall."
100%. Bring your donation. We'll talk about that in a second, because the Diecast Day of Giving, and I don't want to steal any thunder from the St. Jude build, by the way. I'm part of that. I want everybody else to be a part of that. It's an amazing effort. And I'm so glad that you mentioned it on your stream, Derek. Diecast Media Network is going to be donating some RLC cars to the cause, and I hope you guys spend a lot of money on them for the kids.
Absolutely. It's all for a good cause.
And David, Big Daddy Diecast, yep, we're doing the Diecast Day of Giving again this year, October the 14th. You guys put that on your calendar, please. If you didn't do it last year, haven't heard about it, you're just going to donate cars locally, wherever you are, wherever you live, and wherever you impact your community. Go take some cars to a church, Salvation Army, Goodwill, wherever kids could use a little boost to their Christmas presents this year. And everybody's going to upload videos and stuff or send them in. You can tell Hot Wheels for Hope where you're giving, and we'll keep track of all that. Derek, last year we collected over 10,000 cars. We didn't. You guys did. You guys donated over 10,000 cars. And I'll drop a little bit of breaking news on you. We have a major diecast maker, one of the ones that you've already talked about tonight, that is pledging some extremely rare, hard to find versions of their cars to the D-Dog effort. In fact, to the St. Jude build auction.
Wow.
So we're extremely pleased that some other companies overseas are joining forces with the effort that the Misfits are doing. So shout out to you.
Very cool. Absolutely awesome.
Yep. So
Gary says some of the premium castings I have in my collection, I learned about them watching from David at TWYCE Diecast.
And Gary's my cousin. Gary's from New Orleans, and I'm from Shreveport, another city in Louisiana. We don't look like each other, but we're related. So that's my buddy Gary right there.
Absolutely. Doug says new poster cars look great and run about $8.
Yeah, it's a great value for that brand.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, if you guys want an easy way to get into the premium diecast market, I'm gonna give you can find some Kyo shows like this.
Kyo show, yep.
$5 to $9, even on eBay. There's tons of them out there. Check this guy out. This is one of the last ones I got to show tonight, guys. Freaking Hako. This was a gift from a guy who picked it up in Japan for me, but they are available here in the States.
Wow.
But I mean, it's just a different level. That's all you can say, really.
Nice.
The most fun I've had this year, Derek. This sounds pretty lame. Some company started up in Brazil called BR Classics, and they're making 70s Brazilian sedans and wagons that were the same as American cars, just different names down there. Now these things are about $25, but they're amazing. But just the idea that, like, our hobby, we can get stuff, weird, obscure cars from Brazil from the 70s. I mean, can't beat it.
You can't.
Well, that's kind of what I had tonight to show. I hope you guys enjoyed just seeing, maybe what else is out there.
So if somebody comes up to you, David, and asks you, hey man, what's the best of the best premium brand that I can buy? Where are you leaning right now? Do you have a favorite?
Depends on what you're looking for. Like, if
Good
I want the most boring sedan, which I do, out there right now, X-Car Toys is the best value for money. If I want amazing racers, Tarmac Works, you're not going to beat those. That company's awesome, Derek. We just talked to the creator of that company, Felix.
Yep.
Huge heart and loves making diecast cars and listens to what collectors want. They're in my top 3. So we got X-Car Toys, Tarmac Works. You know what, man? It's hard to beat the quality you get from MiniGT for that price.
Yeah, MiniGT.
If you're looking to drop $50.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Skip wants to see the Hako again.
Yeah, MiniGT is definitely one of my new favorites. Just the quality, the price point, the detail. It's unmatched. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, you listen. It's a crazy big rabbit hole you go down, and your eBay thread or your eBay feed will never look the same again because there's so much that comes out there. But I love it. Like, and for me, I'll go back to Hot Wheels. I will. Like, we always do, and they keep getting better. And maybe this is just kind of where I'm at right now. So no, never any hate for Hot Wheels. Just kind of my thing right now.
Yeah. I think Lamley said it really good once. He said, because Lamley, he's a collector of all, and he works with not just Hot Wheels and Matchbox, but he works with a lot of other manufacturers, and he said it as, they're all good. Just depends on what you want out of them.
That's exactly right.
Is the price point and affordability more important, or is the detail and does it roll and all that stuff? You got to decide what's important to you and then make your decision.
I was trying to show that box to show that that Hako is a Kyosho, Kyosho.
Yeah, Kyosho. They make some great stuff
Somebody
too.
was about that. Yeah, I mean, that really is. There's too much out there for us to collect everything. Like,
There is.
Rob collects. Rob Scale Enthusiasm. He loves red lines. I could care less about red lines, but that's what he loves, and so he's buying red lines. I'm buying Renaults
and Chinese Passats.
And Chinese Passats. Yeah, yeah. It's that's what's cool, man. Is there's something for everybody? There really is.
Yes, sir. That's how I look at it. You pick what you want, and then you go for it.
That's right.
Now I've heard you when you were showing off some of those cards. You were mentioning whether they roll or not. How important is that to you that they roll?
It's a good question. That much.
0.
I'm not racing them. I'm putting them on a shelf. I am going to open it. I'm not. One of the things I tried to tell myself to do when I first started collecting was, you better be willing to open it if you're going to buy it. And that kind of, I know that's different for people that are like into the collectability, but for me, I didn't want to buy it for any other reason than I really liked how it looked and how it felt in my hand. I didn't want to buy something because I thought I could resell it in a few years for more money. And more power to you if that's you. I'm not saying anything. That's just me. So I open everything. I stick it on my shelf, on my wall, and I'm going to sound like a nerd, but I'll sit there in my office and look at that wall, and man, it just makes me happy. Just looking around and checking out all the cars.
Yep. Same here. I can't tell you how many.
When you walk in, when you walk in that room right there that you're in, it just makes you smile.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't.
Yeah. You walk in and you're like, man, I have a problem and I love this problem.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to have a bigger problem tomorrow and a bigger problem the next day.
Yep. Because you're going to find something else you want, and it never ends. But that's the beauty of it. It never ends.
You're right.
It never ends. Yeah, David. You're responsible for this for me because you sent me my first tarmac, and I'm still trying to figure out which one it was.
It had to be a Porsche, right?
I believe so. So that Evo that I told you about, I remember that my wife got that for me for Christmas maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So I remember that. But I'm trying to remember exactly which one it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if you sent me like an RWB or you sent me something. And I remember when you went to Diecast Extreme, you picked up a couple of the Tarmac GT3Rs for me.
Yeah, I sent a picture of what he had that day in the inventory, and you're like, holy crap, look at that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think I grabbed that one.
Yeah. Yeah, but you had sent me something a long time ago. I'm going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. Maybe not by the end of the stream, but we're going to figure it out.
It's all right, man. We got time.
Yeah. So what so when you like what, because you obviously collect a lot of cars that people do know, like wow, like that Tomica F40 Ferrari, everybody knows what that car is, and everybody's like, my God, that thing is beautiful. And then you have some really obscure stuff, like car manufacturers and car models that nobody has ever heard of.
Yeah.
Like what strikes you? Like what makes you go for that? Is it just the obscurity, or is it just because you obviously have an automotive mind and you know cars? You are a car guy. Is it just a car that you learned about like years ago and you're like, wow, somebody makes a diecast model that I got to get that? Or what is it? What grabs David John's attention to that model?
Yeah. I appreciate the compliment. I'm really not a car guy.
You are
at my core. I love cars, but I couldn't. Where I'm going with this is when I see something I don't know, it's interesting to me, and I want to learn about it. When I see a Citroen 2CV that looks like a piece of crap, but I know I've seen it in like a lot of movies from back in the day, I'll like see if I can find that in diecast. And then when I find it, like I gotta have it. I like learning about cars. I probably don't know as much as you would think I would, but I sure love learning about them, especially cars that I didn't even know existed, but people in Europe have had for 50 years. Mm-hmm. That's what's fun.
Amen to that. And I would venture to say that, yeah, you are a car guy.
I'm trying. I am.
you don't have to know every CC that the engine produces and all that spec and stuff, but yeah, I mean, you showed off some amazing stuff that I didn't even know existed. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, there's some pretty wild stuff on my shelves. You know, a lot of these companies, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I'm just going to tell it myself. Sometimes I buy stuff that's not licensed. It happens.
It happens.
Because it's too cool.
Yeah.
When I see Saddam Hussein's old Mercedes limo with the Iraqi flags on it, I gotta have that. or Vladimir Putin's limo that actually X-Car Toys does, gotta have it, man. Like I said, some of these companies are so desperate to get their name out there, they just do crazy stuff. I think MiniGT's got a model coming out that comes with like straight up pygmies, like from the jungle. And
really,
like it's a famous picture, but they've got little figurines that are like pygmies and stuff. So
wow.
Yeah, there's some wild stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wherever your imagination goes, it's most likely going to be covered by some kind of diecast brand in the next couple of years.
That right. Yeah. I mean, it's a hobby for everybody.
So where do you see, like, with all the issues that are kind of plaguing Hot Wheels collectors right now, you know, the distribution, you know, fighting with reselling and all that stuff, where do you see a lot of people giving up Mattel brands for premium brands in the future? Like, do you see a lot of people switching to that and getting more involved with that?
You know, Derek, I don't have to like guess about that. Like I hear people say it. Even if they're just pressing pause on Hot Wheels for a while until they can get their distribution together, or we can get a handle on the abuse in the stores. You know, I saw another picture. I forget where it was. Maybe you've seen it. It says, due to whatever reason they made up, all Hot Wheels are now behind the counter. You have to ask for an associate.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what store that was. I'm sure it was it had to be like a Target, right? Yeah, like the accessibility of online shopping now makes it too easy. I mean, I can order 3 or 4 cool cars, have them in a week or two. I never had to leave my house. Never had to go hunting. I never had to spend my gas. Never had to fight a dude in the aisle to get it. So yeah, I know a lot of people are at least giving them a try, and the more that people are buying diecast cars, the better off we are for everybody. If you think about it, overall, if the hobby grows because more and more people are buying cars, then we all benefit eventually. And take it from me, I'm one less Hot Wheels collector you have to compete with at Walmart.
Yep.
Big A wants to know, what is your honest opinion about the Nissan Juke? Ouch, that is question's got a lot of baggage. I'm gonna get myself in trouble too if I answer it. I like the one. Hey, Adrian, I like the one I did for Rapid. How about that? How about that for a diplomatic answer?
Got to keep it PG for Rapid. He's still a kid in our eyes.
Yeah, it's just tough watching him grow up, isn't it?
Yeah. Tear to the eye.
There you go. What about you, Derek? When are you going full bore premium diecast? I want to hear it right now on Diecast Discussion 109.
I'm really close, to be honest with you. You know, as you mentioned, it's real, you know, with the age of online shopping, and let's face it, 95% of the people that are in this hobby are men, and men are pretty impatient, and, you know, men want things now. You know, when they want something, they want it now. And it's just it's so nice that there is an outlet, there's a relief where, okay, I went to 3 Targets and I went to 3 Walmarts today. I didn't find a single car that I would have bought. I didn't find anything. I found some fantasy cars. That's
Yep.
it. You can go on eBay or Mercari. Not that I'm promoting either one of those, because we know that that's a we know.
Yeah. There's history.
There's history. But it's so nice to know that you can go on there, you can go on Whatnot, and you can find people that specialize in selling premium diecasts, and you can have what you want right then, right there. Like, you can buy it right then, right there, and not worry about it. Or you can go to Tarmac, and when they release it, you can buy it on there. If it sells out, you can buy it on eBay or Mercari or Whatnot or something for the same price. Like, they might go up $1. That's about it. But it's just nice being able to get what you want, because at the end of the day, all true collectors, like when it comes to the cars, they just want the cars that they want. They don't care how much this car is going to be worth in a couple years. They don't care about this. They don't care about that. They just want cars that they want for their collection. Because like you mentioned, and somebody else said in the chat, it's so nice to be able to walk into your room, into your diecast dungeon, and just look and just be awe-inspired at all of these cars that you purchased that you just love. You love these cars for whatever reason it is. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's such a nice getaway from everyday life, your work and whatever else you may have going on with your life. Just go to your diecast dungeon, look at your cars, pick one up, take one up out of the display case, and just as Mark would say, just look at it.
Yeah. Hey, just remember why we liked them when we were little.
Yeah. We thought they were the coolest thing ever, and then, most of us grew up loving cars that's how I was. I worked on cars. I built cars. I raced cars. That's what got me so entangled into this hobby. And then, people like yourself, you claim that you're not a car guy, but you know about some cars that I don't even know about. So you're a car guy, in my opinion, but
yeah, I'll take it.
People will get into the hobby and they'll develop that passion for the cars. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a real shame that the company that really, really essentially started it all for us, which was Hot Wheels, you can go to the store, just get them, boom, done. It's become so infatuated and tainted with, theft of the factory and this secondhand sellers market and stuff like that it just makes getting this stuff so hard. And then COVID happened, and then our distribution got all jacked up. Like I mentioned, there's premium sets I never saw sitting on the pegs ever.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
That's not fair. for just some dork that collects diecast cars and just wants to get the cars that he really likes, it's unfair. But it's really nice that we have an outlet in premium diecast. I really love that.
Well, listen, man, I want everybody to at least have the opportunity to enjoy them like I only recently learned about them. If you got any questions, if you want me to give you some tips, please, go to my channel, hit me up. I've got so many brand reviews on there that will tell you all about them, show you in a lot more detail, and I will absolutely put you in touch with somebody. I've just gotten a pretty cool network around the world of people that can help us out get stuff, and I want to share that with you guys. I really do.
Absolutely. You're as passionate as they come, David. And yeah, I love your diecast reviews and your giveaways and everything. You're very, very, very genuine, very passionate, very friendly guy. And you're very knowledgeable too. Well,
thank you. And back at you. You are kind of spearheading the positive movement in our hobby. And you have since day one. I think I found your channel when you had about 200 subs. So
yeah, thanks for being around. Thanks for being around so long. I really appreciate that.
You got it, man. You got it. You got bigger things in store. No doubt about it.
Yes, sir. We all do. We can all succeed and coexist. And speaking of that, when did Chuck reach out to you and say, hey man, you want to be a part of this? And how has that journey been? I think I know the answer to this, but how has that journey been?
Yeah, that's a great story. For those of you guys that have checked out a Diecast Breakdown episode, thank you. Like, it is a passion project of Chuck Ellis, formerly Flying Valiant Custom Builds. He's still Flying Valiant. His channel used to be Flying Valiant. Now it's Diecast Media Network. He watched a podcast listened to a podcast that I did with Dotson Man Diecast, Mark. And he just said, man, there's a little bit of chemistry there. I think I want to do a video podcast because there wasn't anything out there, a couple of years ago. There wasn't anything specifically for our hobby in that format. And so we just kind of said, we're going to do a 3-headed monster because we all have different styles. Mark is kind of the JDM guy. Chuck is the American Muscle Mopar. And I'm the weirdo foreign car, obscure car guy. And it's been amazing, man. It has been so cool, Derek, to see how willing people that really shape our industry, like, they are so down to earth and they want to sit down and tell you about their job and like how they decide what cars to make. And they're just really cool people. And this is just another place for them to talk about their hobby, really, because they're all diecast collectors too. So that whole Diecast Breakdown project has been one of the best things in my life. It really has. It's and I don't think we hadn't scratched the surface yet.
I think you're right. I think there's much more opportunity, much more stuff to come from you guys for sure. And thanks for putting together such a. It's amazing. It's essentially a. We know that show just came out on NBC for Hot Wheels and stuff, but
yeah,
screw that. We got it. We have our own Diecast Media Network now. Like,
that's
that
right.
Interviews people that are super relevant to from designers and manufacturers. And I mean, you guys had the god of customizing on Jakarta Diecast.
I don't know how we got him. Like,
but you guys got him.
Yeah, that was so awesome. Yogi.
Yeah. Yogi's been. I'm sure he knows this to some degree, but he's been an inspiration to millions of people to get started customizing. How do I know that? He inspired me to give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know that he inspired Mark because Mark used to come down and we would stay up to all odd hours of the night just watching him build stuff. And we're just like, how in the heck does he do this? And as I told Mark, I don't even consider him a customizer anymore. I consider him an engineer.
Yeah.
He's a diecast engineer.
Freaking artist.
Yeah. Artist, engineer. He takes it. He damn near doesn't even use 50% of the car. He builds the rest of that 50%. And
yeah, you get that right. Like, and that's the thing, man. Like, even the people that are like the pinnacle of their craft, he's the most chill guy. Like, he and his wife just sitting there talking for an hour, and he just loves talking about, like, when he didn't have the piece that he needs, he goes to the kitchen and like cuts up a piece of his wife's Tupperware to make a diffuser or something crazy like that. Like, what? Like, this man's using like, soda cans for whatever. And it's just another example of how cool our community is. And I don't know, man, like we just got endless list of people that we want to sit down and talk to. And we've been so fortunate to have such a really good hit rate so far with the people that we asked. There's only been a couple people that crinkled their nose up at us, and that's cool, whatever. They're lost, right?
It's to be expected, and yes, they're lost because you guys are going nowhere but up. So, and the more people that get into this hobby and start checking out pages and stuff, and we're going to direct them to you, because if a lot of us, obviously, you know, folks that are here right now, we don't just like to do diecast as far as like hunting and, you know, sorting our collection and customizing. We like to talk about it too. And you guys were like the forefront of that to put a well done production show together, to bring on designers and distributors. And you guys had Bruce Pascal on, which, you know, everybody knows who he is. That's been collecting for more than a couple of years at least. And, you know, there's so much more to come.
Well, and with that said, man, we want to hear from y'all. If you guys want us to take a run at somebody, try and, you know, Mark's been working. I don't want to give away, you know, something big, but he's been working on a buddy at RWB for a while, and who knows, you know, we got big things in the works, but I want to know like who you guys want to see us talk to. Like, we would love for you to go to the channel Diecast Media Network, sub first, but also leave a comment on a recent video and just say, hey, why don't you try and get so and so, or get this dude, and we will we'll do everything I can do. I'm the one that kind of does the scheduling, so it's me reaching out to people. So anybody, if you got ins, you got contacts that can help us get in touch with people, throw them at me. I'll take my best. I'll be on my best behavior to get them on the show.
Yeah. If anybody can sweet talk somebody to do something, it's you, David.
I'll try. That's all I got, man. That's literally all I got.
By far one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So
well, thanks, Derek.
Yeah. He doesn't deter from the internet personality at all. He's that way in real life as well. And he's a fun guy to boot.
We had a blast, man. We definitely got to make Vegas a regular occurrence.
Yes, please. Are you planning on going in 24?
I would think that we definitely are. I'm even trying to, like, I'm begging my wife to figure out some way to get out to LA. Like, there's just going to be everybody out there, and it's going to be big. I know it's going to be big. I want to go to the Japanese car show too, JCCS, I think. That's the same weekend in LA.
Really? Wow. A twofer.
Pretty awesome to hit.
A friggin' twofer. Heck yeah. Yeah. You guys thinking about Charlotte at all?
We thought about it way too late last year. Like, we were 3 or 4 weeks, you know, we were kind of just starting the show. If I remember right. No, I think we just straight up forgot about it this year. We were thinking about it last year and just waited around too late.
Yeah.
I see Chuck in there. I don't know. Chuck, you going to Charlotte? We going to Charlotte?
Here's an idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's a little bit more central for Chuck and I.
Yeah. I got another idea too. How about a Diecast Media Network or Diecast Breakdown Convention?
Breakdown Con?
Yeah, breakdown.
In Trustville, Alabama?
Break it down. Break it down. I don't know.
Break it down.
Just throwing that out there. If you don't like it, you can throw it right back. Hashtag Anchorman.
little Anchorman.
A little Anchorman action.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool, man? Like, I think if we could find somewhere centralized like that, that would be wild to have that.
Yeah.
You know, I think round 2 is supposed to have something in Chicago in 2024. They announced that at the SuperCon. Hadn't heard much about it since then, but there should be something going on there in Chicago for you people in the Midwest or North.
Yeah.
And then Green Lake's got something going on in September in Indianapolis for news sake. If you guys are interested, you can buy a lot of old stock there and buy and sell and trade. It's free. So it's on a Monday from 10 to 2. So look that up. It's called the Diecast Blast.
Yeah. Yeah, Mikey says Kansas City, Missouri is centralized. Yeah, that's a good area. Oklahoma City, like somewhere like that, like right smack dab in the middle, and then everybody can just congregate. And yeah, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool to set something up like that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll put that on the 10-year plan.
The 10-year plan. There we go.
Yep.
Put that in the 10-year budget.
Yeah, exactly. Start selling them. Start saving.
Yeah. Do you still have those customs that I made you a long time ago?
Of course, they're on my desk, man. They're like, I look at them every day at work.
Yeah.
They're not on this desk. I'm upstairs in my son's media room. I mean, that sounds way more fancy than it is. It's just a little nook. But yeah, I've got yours. I've got Rodney RD Custom. I've got some. I've just got one of Chuck's. I've got one of Mark's. I've got some really good stuff on my desk. You got me 2 935s, one
Yes,
raw
sir.
edition, the chase piece. I take it, and then one in white.
Yeah, or kind of like a livery flip, or yeah, you can look at them as a chase too. I still got this. I still got this. I love this.
That was
right in front.
Chuck. That's all Chuck right there. Check out that weathering. He's the best in the game.
Just insane.
Creeper van.
What's that?
Creeper van.
That's a creeper van. I would more than welcome coming down my street.
You know what's funny about that, man? Like everybody we gave those to at the convention, almost everybody has agreed to be on the show. Like,
yeah,
we interviewed SRT Jovita, a really cool female voice in our community. She was doing the live streams at the show. I hit her up after one of them and said, "Hey, I want to give you this van on behalf of our show, and maybe one day you'll consider coming on the show." And before I came on here, that's what we were doing. We were interviewing her. So
that was today. Yep, I gotta check out that stream. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. And you know what? I love having different voices in our community. It's not because she's a girl, but it is so cool to have variety, because sometimes us dudes can all sound the same.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Chuck says, I still don't know who got the chases that I made.
Yeah, and that's on us, Chuck, because we didn't bother to keep track. So you're welcome.
They're out there somewhere.
I bet Mark has 2 of them in his suitcase.
Yeah, he hoarded them. I gave them out. I swear to God, I did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sending you. I'm gonna be sending you some more customs here when I start working down the line. I think you're overdue for some. So, yeah, well, I think
that's cool.
I think my work is a couple levels above what it used to be. So, yeah. I gotta give you some of the new product.
Man, your stuff was amazing back in the day, so I'm excited about that.
Thank you, sir. Now I know that you're a bit of a Porsche fan, right?
I am.
What are some of your favorite Porsche models? Doesn't have to be diecast related, but maybe just even in real life.
Oh, well, as you might expect, it's kind of off the beaten path. Man, I love a 914. I don't know why. Like, it's just a cool car.
That's right up your alley.
It is. I like a 356. I love a 928. That's what I did for Andrew, Maple Leaf Customs, his, giveaway he does every year.
Yeah.
I did a 928, and like how that's the one I gave you. The red one with the 914.
It's right there. You can probably see right there, right on the Porsche ride.
You didn't even have to ask. Those were the 2
yep.
that I liked the most.
Yeah, you did a fabulous job on those 2. For those that didn't see, I'll grab it real quick. Take this bad boy down. Such a nice little display you made, for sure. Oh, yeah. Look at that, guys. Mm-hmm.
Guys, this was the first episode of something that I do on my channel called What's Cracking,
Mm-hmm.
where I give little gifts to people. And I'm proud to say Derek was the first recipient on What's Cracking.
Hell yeah. I was so stoked for that too. Thank you for allowing me to be the first. I love it.
Man. Look, PJ says I got to say a 944, and I can't hate on that at all. That's a cool one.
Yeah, 944s are cool. They're slept on. My friend Dexter, he lives in Colorado. He bought one. He bought a red one with 13,000 miles on it.
Holy cow!
It's absolutely mint.
That car reminds me of like every douchebag rich teenager on an 80s movie. He had
freaking.
He was always the bad
Bueller.
Yeah.
Friggin' Stifler on American Pie or something. I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I freaking love this thing, David. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thanks, James. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows my favorite real life Porsche. It's going to be the 991 GT3 RS, last body style 993 or 991. Now we're on 992 body. I like those a lot too, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, 997s too. I've been looking at real ones for sale, and man, the price point is good, and the body is so good. The body is so good. What's that?
All right, baller.
No, it's just it's a dream. It's a dream right now, but yeah, I mean, 997 GT3 for around 85 grand. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I'm with you.
It's better than a brand new 992 GT3, which is, I think they're like 245 brand new. Yeah.
You know, that's a good point. When you're out at the dealership drooling, make sure you check there. I guess we already talked about that. I love finding diecast at dealerships. I don't know why, I just thought about it. The Porsche dealership that I live at, they've got really cool diecast. It's surprising.
Do they?
Yeah. Jaguar, Land Rover, all of them. Like they want to hit you not only when you get your $200 oil change, but they want to get your kid to grab one of their $50 diecast cars on the way out too.
Yep. I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna have to go hit up the one that's down the street from me and see if they got anything in there. But yeah, might have to dress up for that. Get cleaned up, dress up. Yeah, definitely not drive my Lexus there.
Hey, I meant to tell you for a while now that this show is kind of one of the staples of our community, and you know, I probably wish I could watch it more than I get to, but I really appreciate, you got such a solid recurring thing going here, man. It's really impressive. A lot of guys come out of the gate with a lot of passion, and it fizzles after a few weeks. And you hadn't done that. You've been kind of the steady, calm voice of the community for a while. So props to you for that, man.
Thank you, sir. That means the world to me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
It's noticed.
What's that?
I said it's noticed.
Thank you. Yeah, it's I love talking diecast. I can do it for hours. Like so many other people can, and I just it's nice to be able to, bring people on and, just talk diecast and hear different perspectives and, allow them to interact live with people. And yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. That's why I got a lot of appreciation for what you guys do too. It's, just giving a platform to people so people can learn about people and learn their backgrounds. How did they get into diecast? It's just, It's beautiful. I love it. I really love it, and I appreciate the kind words. I do what I can within my means. For
It's
sure.
got to get more people making videos. If you're hesitant to make that video, just make it. It's going to be trash. I promise you. Your first 5 or 10 videos are going to be terrible, and you're going to be embarrassed.
Yes.
But after you get over that hump, man, it's really cool to start connecting with other folks. And I'm not saying you have to do that, but it's another level.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
and getting into creating developed my, I would call it a passion for, video editing and stuff like that. I don't think
Yeah.
I'm a god of video editing by any means, but my point is that I really enjoy it. I don't see it as a chore to edit a video. I see it as, this is so much fun.
yeah. And you just get better, a little better every time.
Yeah. Yeah. And then going back to what you said, your first 1, 2, maybe 3 videos are going to be absolutely terrible, but every time you shoot video, you figure out what what you can do better. And then a year later, you'll watch that video again. You'll be like, man, I've come such a long way.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You don't delete it, because number one, they're good comedic value, but number 2, you got to have a way to measure your progress.
Exactly.
And you know what Maple Leaf Customs Andrew always says? If you're making a video about a customs, leave the part where you like glued your finger to the wheel or put a big fingerprint in the clear coat. Like, leave that in there and show people that you're human, and like, it happens to everybody.
Yep.
And you show it going right back into the stripper and doing it all over.
Yeah. Yeah. I freaking love Andrew, man. He's such a class act.
Yeah.
Such a good guy.
We got another master that just popped in, Xavier, over at Diecast Show Customs. He'll tell you about painting and repainting 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you capture when you have to restrip it and do it all over again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for popping in, Xavier. Yeah. We're just in we're in a deep diecast chat with David from TWYCE Diecast.
Well, yeah. Anybody got any other questions? Because I don't mind talking. Like, my wife, she comes to me and she's like, what do y'all talk about for 2 hours? I'm like, don't worry about it. I need it.
Mind your business.
Yeah, hey, better me talking to them than you about it for 2 hours. Like, I promise you, that's a better trade-off for you.
Yeah. Yeah, she might be bald by the end of that 2-hour conversation, pulling her hair out.
Yeah, exactly. Never mind.
No, it takes a special person to have an ear and eye and understanding for, being in love with essentially toy cars, model cars, But yeah, this is definitely an escape.
Yeah,
escape from the real world.
Cisco asked, "Do I have a favorite piece?" Man.
Yeah, what's your grail? What's your grail?
Well, there's what I have and what I don't have. Cisco, if you're talking about the favorite one that I have, it's hard to separate. Derek, you know this. It's hard to separate the value that something has when someone gives it to you versus just being really a cool car. Like, I kind of put things on a higher level if I know the story behind it when somebody gives it to me. But in just terms of straight cars, I've got a Rolls Royce. It's just stupid. Like, it's just a Rolls Royce Phantom. It's like the Queen of England drives. It's like the quintessential Rolls Royce that you see in British shows or whatever, or on the news. And it was just like, for me as a kid, it was like the epitome of luxury. And so when I found that in diecast, I was like, yep, I'll do that. Thank you. And man, I love it. It doesn't look like any other car in my collection. So I know that's a crappy answer, and it's like not really fun or exciting, but that's what I like. That's who I am.
Not at all. Perfect.
So Subi is in the chat. He won a Polish police car off of me in the earlier Pink Slips event. I'm glad you liked that, Subi. That was a fun one to make.
Yeah.
He says, "What is the first welly car you acquired?"
First welly.
Whew. That would have been a gift from a guy named Yaron, who's chasing diecast cars. He sent me some stuff from Germany or the Netherlands, wherever he got it, and it would have been like I think a Aston Martin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Big Daddy says, you both have been two that have helped me a lot getting my channel going. I appreciate it very much. Our pleasure, Big Daddy.
Yeah, you got it, David. We need to go eat some more barbecue in October.
Yeah, if you ever need help or got a question, I mean, I'm sure you're on top of it, but yeah, let us know. Happy to help. David says, please give Lesney era Matchbox credit where it is due.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of the coolest, those Hot Wheels that are actually old Lesney castings, like that Mercedes wagon. What's the other one? Like a big old huge Mercedes. What is that thing? I don't know what it is, but and they put like freaking 14-inch rims on it. Do you remember that, where you can see like it's a dark green car and you can see totally through the vehicle because the wheels are so small on it. It was just a horrible choice.
Milk was a bad choice. Another Anchorman. Another Anchorman line.
So Dom says, I gave him his first Siku. That's a really cool brand. I'm glad you like those, Dom. Old Superbird diecast.
Oh yeah.
They're a company out of Germany. They're a little bit bigger than 164. And they make some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, kind of like Majorette. What's Majorette? Is like a 160, 158?
All over the map. They're really cool though about putting their scale on the base. So I mean, they go their stuff 155.
Yeah.
All the way to 170.
Yeah. Definitely noticeably bigger. At least the ones that you find in the US at Target, noticeably bigger for sure.
Yep.
Nitrous, David kind of went over his story, but unless you want to add in some more, David. But just to put mine in a nutshell, Mark from Dotsman Diecast, he's the reason why I started collecting.
Yeah. I mean, Nitrous, I loved him as a kid, and man, I took a 20-year time out growing up.
Yeah.
Came back to it in college, which was weird. I don't know why. I was walking around a Walmart one day, and I was like, "Oh crap, man, these look good."
I'm just gonna go
picked up a couple, laying out, and then look. Here's a point for us guys: like, if you're gonna start collecting or getting back into it, you got to own it. Like I said, you know what? I'm gonna open these jokers. I'm gonna put them on my desk so that anybody that walks into my dorm room is gonna see that. Yeah, I'm still rocking Hot Wheels as a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Like there's like a lot of closeted Hot Wheels fans that are a little bit sketchy about going into the store and buying them. Like, come on, just do it.
Just own it.
Own it. Is what it is.
Yeah. When I got back into collecting, like when I knew that I was into it, I was still writing service at dealerships at the time, and all around my friggin' office.
Yeah.
A line of them all the way around. I'm like, no shame. Yeah,
well,
Cody
I got to apologize to Superbird. I've called him Dom for about a year now. I just got corrected.
Yeah, well, a lot of people thought his name was Dom because that's, his transaction name on certain things, but I guess it's not. So nobody. So just to make it clear, nobody knows what Superbird's real name is.
All right, I'm going with SD if I need to shorten it. SD.
There we go. SBD.
There you go.
Silent but deadly.
Well, boy, that was unfortunate. He's probably going to go with Dom from here out.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, guys, just call me Dom. Don't call me SBD. Cody says I talk about Diecast so much I have to remind myself to talk about other topics. Yep.
Amen. Hey, you know what? There's so much crap on the news. Like, why? Let's just all talk about cars instead, man. I'm so tired of turning on the news and someone's always yelling.
Yep.
Telling me what I'm doing wrong.
Yep. That's it. It's an escape. That's what I keep saying.
Yeah.
Superbird says 143. That brings up how's you, because I know that you were collecting 143 pretty heavy there. You were pretty addicted. How's that collection going for you?
All right. So let me tell you about that. I wasn't even like pursuing them. Somebody offered me their entire 143rd scale collection. There's about 250 cars if I would pay for the shipping. And I said, yeah, absolutely. Let me check them out. So I get this box that you could have fit a Yugo in at my door. And I'm serious. Like, it looked like I ordered it often. And I open it up, and man, it is like Mini Champs and Schuco and all the best 164 scale diecast brands, or 143rd scale. And they're amazing. It was chasing diecast cars. I made a lot of videos about him on my channel, but he was an amazing giver of all those cars. And I haven't needed to buy any. Man, I got like all these cars from him, and they're just.
You met him, right, when you went overseas? Is that
didn't
you
meet
met
him? I met Quirky Garage 1999 in Paris.
Right. That's right.
We were there for like literally 24 hours, and so I hit him up, and somehow it worked out, and that was really cool. That was the only one I met overseas. Rapid Nismo was begging me to find a way when I was in England to meet him, but it was like a 6-hour drive. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. I would love to go to Europe and meet everybody over there.
Man, we all, and I'm talking about to all y'all, like we all have got to go to a NAMAC event.
Yes. I still have to watch that episode from Dawn that just posted.
All right. Some dude's asking, are you into customizing? I do.
Yeah. That's Greg.
Little time to time, especially like if it's a build, like a tribute build on something or a good cause, I'm all about it. They're not strong as some of the other customizers, but I love doing it.
Yeah. But for somebody that just does it occasionally, you do fabulous work.
Thanks.
I mean, what you made me is, I love that. That's creativity right there. That's awesome.
I try. Like, my eyes suck. I'm too old.
You're only as old as you live, David. That's it.
I hear you. Well,
I think internally all of us are 12-year-olds or younger.
Yeah, I just wish like my knees and my ankles were 12 years old.
Right. I hear you there, buddy. Mikey Frisco, Diecast is life. I gift in Hot Wheels. It's awkward. I feel that.
Yep, absolutely.
I feel that. Yeah. I think I was going to show you my grill because we asked you about your grill.
Yeah. You got it like in hand?
I got it right behind me. I think you know what it is.
I think I do.
But I kind of have two now. I kind of have two.
Right.
So
there's always the next one.
Yeah. It's so hard picking these, man. Like when somebody asks you what your grail is, it's just, man, you can tell me what you think though. I think you know one of them because this one's been around for a while. And I don't know if you have any of these. I would like to know if you have some of these.
Who's the maker on that? Is that resin?
It is resin.
Is that my 64? I'm sorry, man. My screen is so small. Hang on.
Timothy and Pierre.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I had one. I had a Singer. That's creme de la creme right there.
It's ridiculous, right?
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're just like on another level.
They have a pink pig of one of these. I just found that out a couple weeks ago. I got to get it.
I gave a purple cabriolet Singer to a buddy in Australia, and I know you're like, what? Like, I promise you, I thought the scaling was a little bit off. I thought it was a little bit tiny.
Yeah.
So that's letting you behind the curtain of this brain.
Yeah.
But that thing, man, that martini, I love that livery. That's what you did, the customs you did for me, and that's like my favorite livery of all time.
Yeah, so it's one of my favorite liveries. There's so many good ones when it comes to Porsche. I mean,
absolutely.
Pink Pig, Rothmans, just goes on and on and on. And they keep coming out with good ones too.
I would love to track down one of the new. I think I saw a new Apple computer livery one.
Oh yeah,
that's one of my favorites of all time too. I did that custom, and
I remember, and Chuck weathered it.
Yeah.
Yep, that used to be your old logo. That thing is.
That's right.
I still have your old stickers with that.
Yep.
Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, you did an excellent job on that custom, and he did an excellent job with the weathering or
race effect.
Race effect. Yeah, bugs and sludge and stuff. That's awesome.
Yep.
Now this one, I got one more to show you.
Yeah.
This is from good friends of your guys's, and God, I hope they keep coming out with these for sure. I'm actually really excited to see if Tarmac comes out with 992 GT3Rs. I'm excited to see who comes out with that first. Because the 992 GT3R is out, but I have not seen it in diecast form yet. So I'm super eager to see who pulls the trigger. I think it's going to be Tarmac first. I think.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. But yeah.
Oh yeah, heck yeah! Look at that.
And this is a newer release, and usually I'm not super, I guess you can call it, swingy on Gulf livery. You know, there's a lot of people that just absolutely live and die over Gulf livery. I've never been that, but man, the way that this is done.
I like that splash of black in there.
Yeah, the back end. It's so good.
That's so cool. Man, they do such good work, you know, and you know what about that company, Derek? Like, a portion of every car they sell goes to charity over there in Hong Kong. Like, That dude is so cool.
Is he American?
No, I think he was born over there. He grew up going to races in Macau. And he lives in Hong Kong now. Felix Kwong. He's on IG, and you guys ought to go check out his lives because they give you like previews of upcoming stuff. Really cool. There's going to be a huge announcement with one of the members of Diecast Media Network and Felix.
I know what you're talking about. I'm excited for that.
Yeah. So keep your eye out for that. And I was going to say something. Yeah. Oh, no, here's my holy grail, Derek. If anybody can provide this for me in diecast or make it happen, then like I'm indebted forever. 1993 Saturn SL1 in white. I'm not talking about the fancy one with the painted bumpers. I'm talking about the black textured bumpers. Can't find it. Nobody's ever done it. All the 3D printing files are trash. They don't look right. So when that comes out in diecast, you can just put me down for about 200 of them. I'm serious. Yeah,
What's with
Mikey,
you and that
93,
Saturn?
93 was the car I had. That was my first real new car. And I saved up my money. My parents made this deal. They never thought it would happen. They said, if you save up $1,000, and this is when I didn't have a job, then we'll buy you a new car. I went out that day, got a job at Chick-fil-A, started bringing home a paycheck, had that money in like 5 months. And my parents were like, well, crap, we got to buy him a car. And I picked out a $79.99 brand new off the lot Saturn SL1. Yeah, that was my first one.
And you were happier than a pig, and you know what?
Yeah, that's right. Superbird, it really doesn't matter the scale, but I would love it in 1/64. I want it on my shelf.
Diecast manufacturers, who's going to answer the call? We need a Saturn SL1 93.
Yeah, heck yeah.
We need it. Doug says Tarmac has Apple livery coming out, and I think I know which one you're talking about. That's going to be the 935 K3 Kramer, which really excites me that they're coming out with that Tarmac is really focusing on those because they just came out with the Jaeger one.
They're like, everything they do is like gold. You know, they slapped their name on the side of a AMG Mercedes GT3 racer over there, and of course it won the race. Like, talk about good pub for Tarmac.
Which race was that again?
This was a Macau Grand Prix.
Macau,
I think it was like 2020 or 2021. Maybe it was last year. I don't know. I didn't get the details, but it was really recently. It's probably 22, actually. I think 21 was maybe canceled for COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, they lucked out with Mercedes too, getting that, because those Mercedes, those AMG GT3s, they always do very well at Macau, and they almost always dominate Bathurst. Those cars are just amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. You know what? You want to know an interesting fact about that car? I know you claim that you're not a car guy, but I'm going to talk to you like you're a car guy.
Yeah, lay it on me.
So you know how the AMGs, it was, I don't know my chassis codes well enough to say it, because you know you have like the W211 Mercedes and blah blah blah. I don't know those yet, but that AMG GT actually came the way that those cars come are twin turbo V8. They're 6.2 liter twin turbo V8 factory, right? Those the GT ones, the ones that they actually race in GT3 events, they actually pulled that engine out and they used the older, which I think that was actually the 6.2. I don't remember the size of the twin turbo V8 one, but they pulled that engine out and they put the naturally aspirated 6.2 in those. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is. I know
so they took the complete older engine, you know, without forced induction. They put those in there, and then the Bentley Continentals used the twin turbo V8 one, the GT3 ones. Just kind of funny. I never knew why.
Those guys, like, they really know what they're doing, don't they?
Yeah.
Really cool to see people like at the top of their game, top of their crap.
In any aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but going back to Doug's diecast comment, I think that car was my Saturn SL1. It's because I was begging for somebody to come out with a 1/64 scale 935 K3 Kramer, and I told you that. I think I told you this when I made those 935s for you. That's just your standard slant nose 935. But the K3 has that spoiler that goes up higher in the back. Like if you look at a picture of one of those Tarmac ones, you'll see the difference between that and the Hot Wheels one. The Hot Wheels one, they did that so well for the regular 935. But I cut the back out for the turbos and the exhaust on those because I was trying to make it look like a K3 Kramer, because it literally has an access panel that comes off and you can see the turbo and the exhaust, like just boom right there. And Tarmac did it. I'm so excited for those.
Yeah, no, I can hear it, man. I can hear it. That's what we love, man. We love your passion. Like, we really do.
Oh, I love it. I freaking love it. Gives me goosebumps. Weirdly enough, it's oh god. Yeah, there's Chuck chiming in with Felix is a good dude.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, if anybody has any more questions for David, please note them. He's human and he does have to sleep, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And he's on Eastern Standard Time, so we got to let him go pretty
10
soon.
minutes. 10 minutes, guys. Here's your 10-minute warning.
You got 10 minutes. That's it.
Man, that was like I hope everybody's on Instagram. It took me forever to get on there. Are you on there yet?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm talking to you then. There is so much more diecast content. Like, everybody kept telling me, like, dude, check out these preview pics of this stuff coming out. I'm like, why is this not on Twitter? Well, boomer, it's because it's on Instagram, like the rest of the world is looking at. There's so much on there, man.
Yeah.
These lives, like a lot of these manufacturers do these lives and they show amazing stuff, like stuff you don't see anywhere else. Now you're gonna have to clean your feet up, or it's gonna be all hooches for a while. It'll flood your feed if you're not careful. But after you get past that, like all mine is just straight diecast, and it's pretty cool to see what other a lot of customizers are on there that you'll never see on YouTube.
Yeah, that's Sammy from 713. That's his platform of choice, and yeah, he's got a good following on there. I've tried to suck him into the world of YouTube, though, get him exposed over here. But yeah, it's kind of funny how that works. Like, everybody has kind of a platform of choice.
Let me answer Skip real quick. Skip, yes, that is a cigar box guitar my son had to make for an engineering class, and it actually works.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. David, what was your first Chase Super you found? Do you still have it? Found an Audi Quattro. What's that red one? Remember that?
Yeah.
84?
Yeah. And then I remember, check this out, David. This is how much of an apex hunter you are. You just don't know. I remember that you found that Lambo Sesto Elemento at a Big Lots.
At Big Lots.
I've never found a Super at Big Lots, ever.
Yeah, and found a second one about a month later, same Big Lots. They put out those shippers that were just like weird, just trays of cars.
The little sleeves. Yeah, the sleeves with like 36.
Yep. But the first one was a red Audi Quattro. I think I texted you a picture of it. I was traveling through Mississippi, stopped at a Kroger, and the rest is history.
Yep. 2020 H case.
Yeah. Yeah. Adrian saying Lamley does a lot of one-on-one interviews on Instagram.
Yeah, one day I'll have to bite the bullet. I think the reason why I just haven't gotten on there is because, I'm so busy in life. I can barely keep up with this and Facebook. Also, I noticed that there's a lot of toxicity on Instagram as well. That's kind of a deterrent.
You can, the good news is their algorithm is so advanced, you can weed that out. If you don't even give them the time of day and just scroll right past it, it'll quit sending that crap.
Okay. That's
PJ,
good.
David, do you only collect premium diecast, or do you also collect Hot Wheels? Right now, it's pretty much premium for me.
Yeah. Yeah, Nitro saying Instagram is a good platform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he and I have talked. I really appreciate dudes that use the same icon across all their platforms. It really makes it easy.
Right. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Makes it easier for people to recognize you and find you on different platforms.
Totally.
Yeah. All right, David. Well, we're hitting the 2.5 hour mark, and it's pretty late over there. Unfortunately, I could probably talk to you for another 2 or 3 hours.
Same here, man. We will do it again. It's been a pleasure. I thank you for what you do for our community, being the pillar. And if you guys get bored, go check out an episode of Diecast Breakdown. I think you'll like who we're talking to over there.
Yes. If you want to dive deeper into Diecast discussion, then definitely head over to Diecast Media Network. You got a fresh episode today, fresh premiere today. That was a live stream, right?
Yeah.
I got to watch it, but
the last one we had on there was the creator of Tarmac, Felix. He did an interview a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, you guys do interviews with Round 2 for you, and
oh yeah,
Hot Wheels designers, Matchbox designers, crazy collectors, the craziest collectors you'll ever meet, best customizers. Just it's endless. It's endless.
Yeah, and thank goodness. And we'll I don't want to end on a sour note, but R.I.P. Chris Walker, man. We were so thankful to get him on the show last year, and man, hated to lose him. But he was such a. If you want to see a fun interview, go back and watch that one, man. That was just kept getting better and better and better. He's done so much for our hobby that most people don't know about, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
But listen, I had a blast, Derek. I'm so glad you invited me to hop on tonight.
It was my pleasure, and it was way overdue, way overdue. So thanks for hopping on and just being around. I mean, we've been friends through Diecast for years. And you've been around since just about the beginning. I think we've been around for each other pretty close from the beginning, and it's been beautiful watching you grow and expand and get into something as special as Diecast Media Network. And I'm so happy for all three of you guys that you guys are making things happen, and it's beautiful. I can't wait to see what's next for Diecast Media Network and TWYCE Diecast and Chuck, Flying Valiant and Mark McHotwheel. Can't wait.
Well, you won't have to wait long, because we're going to get you on there as part of the Diecast Day of Giving in 2023. That'll be October 14th. Derek, you're going to be a part of it. And we'd love to have you on, talk about it, how good it was last year, and just appreciated you being willing to help out last year. So
yeah,
we will holler at you soon, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. And if you guys ever need any help or anything, let me know. I'm always up for it.
All right. Well, guys, I'm had a blast with you tonight. Appreciate the questions. TWYCE Diecast, if you want to hit me up, I'll get you in your wallet in trouble with some premium diecast.
And you're obviously, people can find you on YouTube, obviously, Instagram, anywhere else.
YouTube, Instagram, on Twitter, like once every blue moon. But those YouTube and Instagram will be your best bet. And I love getting messages. I'll trade, whatever. If I can introduce you to a new brand, maybe I'll send you something. Just let me know.
Absolutely. And of course, Diecast Media Network, check that out. If you can't get enough of David, you can find him on there as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate it.
My pleasure, buddy.
All right, gentlemen. Take it easy, Derek.
Thank you for coming on, David. Appreciate it, buddy.
See you.
All right. Well, how was that? Thank you, David, for coming on. Really appreciate it. Like I said, way overdue for you to come on and talk about premium diecast. That was a fabulous discussion. Super excited to have you on. Super excited to have Chuck in the house as well. I had to clear my throat, excuse me. But yeah, beautiful. Definitely check out David on all social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Diecast Media Network. Definitely check them out and watch what they do. They do great stuff for the community, just diving deeper into the subject of diecast. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks you guys so much for being here. There's Chucky right there. Glad to be here. Glad to have you, little buddy. Yeah, and as mentioned, if you guys ever need help, behind the scenes or whatever, if I can help in any way, please let me know, Chuck. I'm happy to do so. All right. So yeah, hopefully you guys digested all of the talk about, premium diecast. Thank you, Adrian, for these. Appreciate you, bud. I love these. I cherish these. These will be going up immediately. But yeah, something to think about, guys. If you guys can't find anything in the stores, you guys, get tired of struggles with Mattel, as far as, finding stuff or whatever reason it might be. There are so many alternatives out there that you can turn to at all price points. So, I mean, I'm looking at my $10 to $15 Sparkies. I'm looking at my, $20, $25 Tarmacs. I'm looking at my, $85, $90 Timothy and Pierre's. There's so many more. Norev, Fuel Me, N064, MiniGT. I mean, it's endless, guys. It's endless. You can find what you want if you just take time to look outside the box. You got it, right? Dane, I'm looking. Nice. All right. Yeah. Walmart's pretty much everywhere. Not the best right now. So, and neither is Target. I mean, Target's getting new stuff in. Obviously, I shut off some J case, but I mean, it's like a case or two. That's the way the past 3 or 4 cases have been. One case at a time. Anybody who hunts and collects and stuff like that knows that first collector, it's pretty much gone. So yeah, guys, think outside the box. Consider premium diecast. I think you won't regret it. Your wallet might hurt a little bit more, but in the love of diecast and the love of collecting, it's all worth it. All right. I will be releasing my video for this hopefully tomorrow or sometime this week. Again, this is my St. Jude's charity build. If it decides to focus, which I don't think it's going to. There we go. Maybe. There we go. We'll just call it good there. If you are interested in this and are interested in contributing to a great cause, make sure to check out the Diecast Misfits live charity auction on Whatnot. It's going to be on July 1st. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to Paco's Diecast. He's going to have all the information on it. If you need reminding, all the details. Hope to see you there. All right. You guys have a great night. Have a great week. Happy hunting, happy collecting. And remember, it's about not just Hot Wheels, but premium diecast cars. Not the money, okay? We'll see you soon. Later, Gators. Love you guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Adrian, for this beautiful mail call. And thank you to the wizard, Cody Collins. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you soon.